I'm in La Rochelle. I'm in lockdown in France. Yeah, taking on new skills. I've been learning how to make bread for the first time in my life, making pizza and bread. It's really satisfying if you can actually make a good pizza that tastes remotely Italian. Firstly, if you haven't read South, the endurance exhibition by Ernest Shackleton, everyone going to see, I think, really needs to know how to deal with confinement, but isolation, but also staying positive. Also, a racing book I found really interesting is a book by Pete Goss called Close to the Wind, which is a fascinating tale about how he put together a Vendée Globe project against all odds. Gives me both. I think the isolation gives me that freedom. And I think you can have isolation without having the solitude, the loneliness that goes along with it. And I think it's how you manage it. The actual case of being out there in isolation gives me that sense of freedom, that encounter and total self-reliance on embracing nature around you, and it enables you to free your mind of all the stresses of everyday life. I actually was all ready to go with the sailing project this year and delivered the boat to the start of the first race of the season. I got there and they said, it's all over, it's all cancelled, and 2 days later, confinement started in France. But I've actually surprisingly found an enormous amount to get on with since then, because there's a huge amount of preparation work required for ocean racing. There's a lot that goes into the meteorology side, the weather, the routing strategy, and navigation. So I've really been focusing a lot on that. I think I've always been interested in the fascinating physics of a race boat and how to extract maximum performance in a race boat. I suppose that engineering background gives you a bit of an understanding of the fundamentals over what drives performance, of which there's many different aspects. I was first captivated by the mini Transat class because of this incredible boat with swing keels, very low weight carbon fibre shells, and it was actually an engineering project that kicked off that interest. So really been able to think about exactly how to squeeze performance from different areas of the boat is something that I have a lot of satisfaction from. So it's really important to manage your vessel through the race, to fix problems as and when they arrive, to jump on them very quickly. And I think that understanding helps me be reliable in the races. Over the last 15 years of my offshore sailing career, I've never retired from a race, so it's definitely been very helpful for that. OceansLab is an innovations accelerator in ocean racing. It's really a project to showcase and accelerate uptake of clean innovations into the marine sector. So we're really using ocean racing as a test bed for scalable but very vital clean technologies that can be used by the marine industry as a whole. The key technology we're focusing on is hydrogen fuel cells. This has been identified as a very crucial technology to scale up in order that we can decarbonise maritime transport as a whole. Interestingly enough, the fuel costs of clean hydrogen is likely to undercut all fossil fuels by 2030. So it's a very tangible way of moving to clean energy from an economic perspective, but also with the pressure now of rules that have come in by the International Maritime Organization. And there is a big call for demonstrators, people who can actually go and test this technology on the water to show that this works well, but also to learn from these studies and technically advance the industry through knowledge transfer. And that's exactly really what OceansLab wants to do. We really want to help the industry move forward and take a lot of the data, the results we get from the water, and recommended improvements. Our Open 60 is effectively a boat we want to develop that is going to break new grounds in showcasing a vessel that can be autonomous, self-sufficient, and really be totally energy independent, that can really give people the confidence that they can see it and look at this novel technology really operating in an extreme environment that gives the industry the confidence that they can then use these principles and scale them up to offshore applications in shipping. It's been a pleasure, yes, and see you on the sea shortly as well, I hope.